Today I'm going to be taking a look at the CaddxFPV Curve 16. This is a bind and fly 1S 70mm whoop with the new 500mW Ascent Lite Plus VTX. So you will either need the Ascent goggles or one of the Ascent VRXs. We have a quick start manual and it comes in a really neat storage case that has a spirit level so you can check whether your review table is wonky or not. And it has an accessible USB port to the included charger. You are also given a cloth carry handle for it. Then we have the quad itself. It doesn't come with any batteries, but it uses a BT2 connector and it fits the 480 to 680 mAh lava batteries. The flight controller seems to be a variant of the Happy model Crazy G743 with 5 amp ESCs with a 6 amp peak and an alpha release of Betaflight version 6. The only thing I've changed is the low voltage warning to 3.3 volts. It has a built-in serial Express LRS receiver on version 3 and the motors are unmarked 1102 22,000 kV. The props appear to be HQ 1.6 inch or 40mm with a 1mm pitch and they are tri-blades. The VTX board is mounted separately and you can access the bind button on the VTX by pushing through the canopy. The camera mount is odd. It's suspended in a very wobbly silicone housing. I'm told this is to stop jallow from happening, but a lot of the canopy gets in shot like this. You can force the camera to wedge past through the canopy, but then you get jallow in the video feed. I'm told Caddx is working on optimizing this through a different product. Hopefully it will be compatible with this as well. In which case, just wait for the optimized version, or put up with some of the canopy being in shot, or force the camera forward like I have. I've been really impressed with the Ascent Lite Plus VTX. It's now worthy on 500mW with comparable range to the 04 wide. This model does not have a lost model alarm, so beginners should be aware you can lose this model easily. It weighs 32.5 grams without a battery, 48 grams with a 680 mAh battery, 46 grams with a 580 mAh battery, and 45 grams with a 480 mAh battery. I'd go with the 680 mAh battery for 6-minute flight times. Also in the box is a 30-watt 6-port BT2 high volt charger. This is really handy. I'm not sure how you can utilize the accessible USB port on the carry case as the lava batteries stick out vertical. Maybe this idea is for wired BT2 LiPos, but I don't have any of those at this size. Much like most tiny whoops these days, the USB port is detachable to save weight. You get some spare screws and a spare set of props. At the top of the case we have a battery storage compartment. This unclips and tilts out and it fits any of the lava batteries and is really handy. Then we have this other component at the top that has a USB-C cable, the connector for the USB-C board, and another small connector that goes from the VTX into the USB-C board for firmware updates for the VTX. This is running the latest firmware at the making of this video. The carry case is really handy to go flying with. Right, the CaddxFPV Curve with a 680 mAh battery, and I'm in 1080/60. Give it some punch. Nice amount of power. Something I'm getting on the screen is the RSSI flashing red. Quite annoying because the link quality is fine. That antenna for the ELRS sort of goes through the canopy and is sort of in the way. A little bit annoying. It flies alright, bit of a stutter there as I go behind myself. Got lots of footballers shouting at each other, so apologies for that if you can hear that. Let's go for a bit of range down here. Seen a couple of stutters here. It's really windy as well. So with DJI 04 wide, it just starts crying at the end of here. And this is absolutely fine. That's actually impressive, that. Stuttering, but not really degrading. So this is at full power though, but still. Full power is less than 04 wide can do. The RSSI value flashing is super annoying, but this is just out of the box. I've got full control. Oh, I went a little bit. Oh, there we go. Got some red flashing lights now around the screen. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Still getting these sort of micro stutters. Winds just completely blew me across there. Yeah, the wind is it's really challenging me today. Hello, you alright? Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. No, they're indoors. They're indoors, yeah. The door's open. Sorry? Oh, I'm not sure, sorry. If you go through the door down here, down the bottom here. Follow the drone. This way. Oof. This wind is it's really interesting. Do I dare go through there? Probably best wait till he's finished. Okay. Yeah, this is alright, you know. It's alright. It's hard to sort of comment on the tune. This is also my first go of this new VTX, see. I think I am seeing a tiny bit of jello, but it's dull as anything today, which is typical, but yeah, we had like 35 days of non-stop sunshine. I come to record and this is what we get. Let me see if it lets me go in here. Oh, I've also got the frequency set to hop as well. Surely it's not going to let me go inside. I'll stay away. Some of these people don't know I'm here. The range is incredible. Oh, there we go. The screen did go red there. Yeah, so just sort of micro stutters the same as before. And when I tested the lower powered VTX, that was the case in 1080p, and you got a little bit less in 720p, but they were still there, so it's not stopping me flying though and threading the needle and stuff. So yeah, this is the 680 milliamp hour battery and decent flight time. Look at that. Is that nearly a 6-minute flight time? 3.3 volts. I have adjusted the voltage one into 3.3 volts, but yeah, pretty decent model. There we go. Tell me to land now. Pretty decent model. Okay, this is 720p. Let's see if the stutter is still there. Yes. Yes, it is. Well, it's been some time now with this system. And they still haven't gotten rid of that. Like I say, it doesn't stop you flying, it's just one of those annoying things that it does. This is with a 580 milliamp hour battery. I think it's definitely getting jello through the camera. Yeah, the mount on this model, it's not really a mount. Like dangles, the camera does. So the wind's calmed down a little bit, so I can see that we've got some eye gain wobble there, but nothing terrible. Let's try prop wash oscillations. Yeah, it's got a little bit. Not bad though. Not bad. Woof. Oh, the wind just got up. Okay. That's my indication to stop testing the pitch-tune. Give me the ball! As someone's just said. Oh, I think they just scored. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, the wind got me there. It wasn't my skill level at all. Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, so just round here, it's sort of vile. Yeah, I'm just being carried. And just to prove it, let's go this way. There we go, look at that, nice little hover. That's how windy it is. Yeah, you've definitely got more latency with this than at 04. Oh! I mean, the wind isn't helping because we've got sort of this here and the wind's sort of coming along and causing problems as well. So I can get through this one okay. But it's sort of the stuttering, and then, yeah, it speeds up here, look. There we go, got through. Yeah, not really the latency causing that. The wind from this way just speeds up. Look at that. Whoa. I'm sure somebody with more skill would be able to tackle that, no problem. Yeah, so still the stutter in 720p. The range, pretty incredible though. No complaints about that at all. And we're through brick here. See how far I can say hello. Oh. I'm in the red. I should probably turn around. This is fun though. Shall we just see how... Don't want to get in the way of these people. Oh, it's getting difficult now. Oh, there's someone on a scooter. Yeah, I can just about see people. Oh, I've let the voltage go far too low. My bad. Battery's gonna die. Can I get it to me? Oh, this battery is toast. Okay, I'll stick it there. And it hasn't... There we go. It hadn't sent the stop recording signal to the flight controller, so to make sure that you stop it manually, otherwise you'll lose your file, I think. I went to push the range with the Ascent Lite VTX Plus some more by flying from the inside of the sports hall to the outside. and it can really stretch the range. I can only just about do this with the 04 wide. One thing I do notice is added latency as far as 15 meters away, but you can fly through it. I think the Ascent Lite Plus is a winner for CaddX, with just the random jitters to work on. The recorded audio is a nice thing to have back from the original DJI Air unit, and I'm told they are working on getting the latency down for live audio, but it's not something I've really ever been interested in. Especially when you're flying at a distance, there's sometimes a delay in the sound anyway, from the speed of sound distance from you and the model. Speaking of the model, it's nice as well with just the camera mount being a question mark. And the RSSI blinking red all the time is annoying because the link quality is fine. I suppose you could always change its alarm threshold in Betaflight or remove the OSD element completely. I'll put a link in the video description if you wish to get one, as well as a pinned comment. It should be around $129 US. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.